Hey, what's up everybody? This is Shannon here with Back to the Cardboard, your favorite YouTube sports card Reds fan, maybe, I don't know. But hey, I've got some pickups to show you guys, and I've got a historic pickup for me. A card that brings back so many memories for me, a card that I really hadn't got into collecting in like 40 years. Yeah, right at 40 years. And I want to share that with you all. I think you'll like it. I think it'll bring back a bunch of memories for you guys. But hey, before we get started, how about those Redlegs? Just beat the Indians. Sorry, Scott. But what a great series there. We're fixing to take on the Brewers. And your Reds are like, well, they won 8 of the last 10. Outscored their opponents by 16, 17 runs, something like that over that span. Fixing to take on the #1 in the Central, Milwaukee Brewers. Man, I hope we sweep them. It's going to be tough. It really is. A couple updates on some players. CES, he could return. He could not. Possible surgery, possible not surgery. That's all still up in the air. Noelvi Marte is started his rehab. He should be back in the next week or so after his 80-game suspension. Looking at Matt McLain, second base. Good possibility he could come back in August. Also a possibility that he might not return at all this year. So we'll just have to see. Hopefully the Reds hang in there and don't unload a bunch of players at the trade deadline, which is always a possibility with Cincinnati. But anyway, let's take a look at some of these cards I picked up. We're going to start off with some autos. And this auto here is it brings back memories. If you remember the 93 All-Star game when this guy got up to bat against Howard Johnson. Johnson threw a pitch, 5 feet over his head. Anyway, John Kruk, he reluctantly stood at the plate and eventually ended up bowing out with strike 3.
I said, all I want to do is make contact. And after first pitch, I said, all I want to do is live. And I lived. So I had a good at-bat.
God had no chance. Kruk's meek effort was actually Johnson's only strikeout in 2 perfect innings of work.
That was a great moment, one of the better moments for me in the most recent All-Star games in the last 40 years, I guess. But that's John Kruk, the 92 Upper Deck. Then I've got a 92 action-packed, pick this up real well, of Luis Tiant. And who can not forget the 1975 World Series against my Cincinnati Reds? Tiant, I think, started 3 games, ended up winning a couple of them, and really took the bulk of the Red Sox innings. I think he ended up pitching 25 innings, I believe it was, which was just the yeoman's work, especially for this day and age. That's the 92 action pack, Luis Tiant. Autograph across that. It's an action pack. They're, those of you who don't know, kind of almost a little 3D-ish. They're embossed or raised or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if the camera can pick that up real well or not. And then looking at the next autograph is the 79 Ted Simmons. I like this card a lot. I don't know. It's pretty cool. The autograph across there. And Ted is definitely looking at something there. That brings me up to the top 5 catchers in the last, I want to say, 40 years. So Bench bowed out in 83. So that puts him off the radar. So since 84 on, who are the top 4 or 5 catchers? Bench gone, you have to say number one, Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez. For me, too, and I know this is all debatable, Mike Piazza, great catcher, great hitting catcher anyway, not so much defense. Ivan Rodriguez, one of the best defensive catchers of all time. Where does Ted Simmons fall? Well, Ted Simmons, I think on my list falls third. He didn't retire to 88, 89, 88, I think, somewhere in that area, late 80s. And so I'm putting him third after Piazza and Rodriguez. And then fourth and fifth. Debated on this. My fourth catcher in the last 40 years, I'm going to go with Yadier Molina. Yeah, I know. He was on my rival Cardinals team, but he was an awesome catcher. And then fifth, none other than Buster Posey. Can't leave him out, most definitely. And Yadier Molina, Buster Posey, 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Posey could be 4, Molina 5, but they're definitely in the top 5. So next card I want to share with you guys. So what do y'all think? Who's your top 5 catchers in the last 40 years? Let me hear it. Next card I want to share with you all is the 1980 George Foster. Got the All-Star there at the top for my set registry. Another one for my set registry is the 83 Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. I got another Jackson here, a 79. Nice looking card. So it's with the Yankees. His aviator glasses there. I might have showed that card before. Seems like I have, because it seems like I remember mentioning the aviators. This card I know I haven't shown. I just picked this up recently. The 1987 Ken Griffey Sr. See it there? But this is not just your regular Topps 87. It is the Tiffany. Picked that up for like just a few bucks. And then adding to my Pete Rose registry set, I picked up a 1982 Fleer stamp. Pete Rose, check that out there. Being interviewed by ESPN, the fledgling company, ESPN at the time. These are stamps, of course, blank back. I can't taste it through the through the slab. And then last but not least, the card that brings back a flood of memories for me, and it probably will for you guys too. This is the 1984 Topps of none other than the headband wearing, shuffling Super Bowl champion quarterback Jim McMahon. Yes, I've got a football card. What do you think about that, guys? Pretty cool. Man, this brings back so many memories. The 84, 85, 86 Chicago Bears, the Monsters of the Midway. Man alive. Think about it. Super Bowl, was it 85 Super Bowl? Super Bowl XX. Played the Patriots. And you got Jim McMahon, of course. You got Walter Payton. You got William the Refrigerator Perry, Mike Singletary, all those guys, Mike Ditka. And who could ever forget the Super Bowl Shuffle with the Shuffling Crew? Man, that just brings back so many memories for me. And this card, I seen it on eBay, and it was like dirt cheap. I mean, like $4 maybe. And I was like, oh man, yeah, I gotta have that. That just hits me right in the feels. I don't know, but what do you all think? Let me know what you think about the 85, that era. You know, Jim McMahon, he was probably the Joe Namath of the middle 80s in football anyway. Man, he was all over the news, and he was doing outlandish stuff, and who could ever forget it? You know, who could ever forget that team? And William Perry, 1 yard line, carrying the ball in. Walter Payton, man, just sweetness, freaking everybody out. It was great. I loved it. But anyway, that's all I got, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I know this is kind of a short video, a lot of stuff in there. Let me hear your top 5 catchers in the last 40 years. Man, I'd love to hear that. So lay it on me. Don't hurt me too bad with Molina. I know some of you guys don't like it. I don't personally care for him, but he was a good catcher. So anyway, that's all I got. Hey guys, don't forget, collect what you love and love what you collect. And don't, and I repeat, don't let anybody persuade you otherwise. Until next time, guys. Peace.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like making more mans. We had the goal since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy.